to try to bring him in.
Didn't we talk about? We talked about that too, Steve. About give Tom Brady a look.
It was a real thing.
That's trash.
It was a real thing. They actually were looking at him it was like it wasn't a trade. It was like I think a free agent, and then I think they were going to trade Jimmy G off to somebody else. Would you have been happy with that, or keep Jimmy G?
No, keep Jimmy G, man. Jimmy G's he's young, he's affordable. His contract is so affordable we can build a team around him. You get Tom Brady, you got to pay that dude like $30 million. You blow up the team, we can't afford anybody, and we keep him for 2 years, and in 2 years we searching for another quarterback. When we got a quarterback right now, I think that was stupid. I'm glad that they didn't pull the trigger on that. There's no logic in that.
Did you make the trip across the state to go take part in any of the action in Miami?
No, because as Marcus so elegantly pointed out at the beginning of the show, I'm poor, so I wasn't able to afford.
Truth hurts.
Oh, there's another thing too. I want to ask.
So, hey, the Williams sisters just bought into the Dolphins, so you need to move from Jacksonville to Miami and hook up with the Serena or what's the other one's name? Serena and
Venus.
The sisters bought in the Dolphins.
They're part owners in it.
Yeah. Probably wasn't too expensive.
I don't think they checking for me because, as it's been pointed out many times, I'm poor, and they ain't look at me.
That would change the subject.
Oh, that's
we'll
true
change
too.
the subject.
Oh, you're trying to be
minority owner of the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's right.
We can't use that anymore.
Well, Steve, how did you become a Niners fan?
When I was a kid, all my family or most of them are Chiefs fans, and I wanted to be as petty as possible as a youngster, about 7 or 8 years old. So I said, I was watching a Monday Night Football game between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. I said, the winner of this game will be my new favorite team. And, of course, the Niners beat the Lions on Monday Night Football. And I believe in just sticking with your team, even if they are trash.
That's a terrible story.
Ever since
it's a terrible story.
No,
I think it would have been hilarious had Detroit won.
Right, yeah.
Hold on.
He just flipped the coin. That's how you're a Niner fan? Oh, my God.
Yeah, flipping the coin.
Trash.
Who was the quarterback?
My dad's a Chiefs fan, and I didn't want my dad. Joe Montana was the quarterback.
Joe Montana was the quarterback when you were watching that. So, here we go.
Well, here's the other flip.
We can do like a real quick 2-minute segment because I make fun of Gary on this. I always say Steve Young is a better QB than Troy Aikman.
Steve Young was. I agree.
No, he wasn't. He won one game his whole career.
Dude, you get him going.
Yeah,
I talk about Steve Young. Steve Young is better than Aikman any day. The completion percentage is better.
Troy Aikman just,
completion percentage is better. TD to INT ratio is better. The only reason Steve Young doesn't have the numbers is because he was Montana's backup, and he was getting paid. He's probably getting paid more than Aikman was to be the starter for the Cowboys.
If Jimmy Johnson stays in Dallas, Steve Young doesn't get a ring, and nobody thinks he's good. So,
bro, do you realize that
he won one big game?
If you take Troy Aikman and put him on the Niners, they don't win. But if you take Steve Young and put him on the Cowboys, they win like 10 straight Super Bowls. I'm telling you that right now. Troy Aikman is like you can get out here with Troy Aikman. He's trash.
Get out of here. Get out. You're not invited back ever.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I brought that up. I'm so happy.
You're not invited back on the show ever.
Well, being that you're from the KC area, whenever the Niners get rid of a player, they always end up on the Chiefs. So at least you can still kind of.
God, I know that drives me
We ship
crazy.
them. We ship them people too. We shipped them D Ford this last offseason.
Two really good quarterbacks came from the Niners that the Chiefs had.
Who? I don't even remember one.
Bonehead.
I don't remember two. Who's the second one?
Alex Smith. It's like a whole bunch of them, man. It goes. We grabbed from the Niners. We got Montana. We got Bono, Gerbach. It's Montana, Bono, Gerbach, and Alex Smith. So we got like four of our quarterbacks in the last 20 years are all from the Niners.
You only got one good quarterback in that whole group, and that was old Joe Montana. You got old Joe Montana.
Come on,
Alex Smith was good.
Trash.
No, he's not trash. He's not trash.
Captain Checkdown? Captain Checkdown?
No, hold on. The reason Alex Smith's not trash is because he literally we were the year before that we won 2 games, And after that, we won 11.
Facts.
And we won the division. Basically, what he did was he gave us a winning culture. We knew he wasn't going to win a Super Bowl, but he gave us we were like, oh, this is what it's like to win. Yep. Now we'll trade up and get Mahomes, let me tell you something. And now we're the best.
If we wouldn't have went to Buffalo, I think we would have been in a Super Bowl that year.
I hear you. Yeah, because Buffalo's weather was terrible. I hear you.
Yeah.
You will not Montana get me to say anything about
he did. We had old Dave Craig come
about the player, Alex Smith. I don't like the player, Alex Smith. You'll never, I hope he comes back and he's great. He's probably a fantastic human and a wonderful husband and father. He's trash NFL quarterback. I'm not saying anything positive about Alex Smith. I'm not doing it. You guys can have that. Great.
Alex
Smith is part of your history now.
Well,
he's trash.
Without Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes isn't Mahomes.
He was so good that you had to draft the quarterback in the first round.
Do what?
So great. Alex Smith was so great. You drafted the quarterback in the first round for the first time in 20-something years. That's right. What a guy Alex Smith was.
He's older.
Hey, Alex Smith would still be playing. Alex Smith he's 34? He still would be playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, we know what Alex Smith is.
He's a perfect journeyman quarterback.
Alex Smith is the guy that comes in. If you had a bad franchise, you bring him in, you get everything stable.
10 games.
He turns. He gives you 10, 11 wins, and then what you do is you get your organization in the positive path. And then you bring in your next guy. The Niners kind of did that with they got Harbaugh got him on the right. Harbaugh was using him to kind of get on the right path. Got Kaepernick. Kaepernick kind of came in and was lightning, and moved on from them. And then the Chiefs ended up using him to do the same thing. And really, Washington was doing the same thing because when he got hurt, they were first place. They had Adrian Peterson. Yeah, they were first place. He's not trash.
They were probably going to win that division.
Trash. He's not trash. He's not trash.
I think Alex Smith is Matt Castle 2.0. He's
definitely not Matt Castle 2.0.
Christ.
No, he's definitely not Matt Castle 2.0.
He's way better than that.
Stand by that.
Austin, are you guys going to do a...
you sure you're not a Raiders fan?
He probably is. No. Hey, Austin, are you guys planning on doing some kind of fantasy weekly show? Once a week?
We can't. Are you trying to, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to invite yourself onto a new show?
Listen to me.
Purdy.
I think he is.
Point. Super Bowl champs. Point right there.
Point.
Right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Anyway.
There's a ton of dude. I'm so happy I have a Niners fan on here because I have so many questions. Because I always wonder if
I think he's a closet Raiders fan too.
No, he's not.
No.
I always wonder if you guys blame. I actually, a lot of people were putting it on Kyle Shanahan on the play calling. I do not. Because they actually did. You guys did run the ball more in the second half than throwing. It wasn't like you guys were throwing every play. I actually think your play calling was good. I thought the Chiefs I thought it was a good game. I thought the Chiefs just kind of stepped up and started stopping you guys.
I think the run defense is what the Niners' run defense. Damian Williams should have been Super Bowl MVP. He had the game of his season. I'm just being honest with you. I don't think the Achilles heel of that Super Bowl was the San Francisco 49ers run D. I think they did an adequate job against the receivers. They gave up a couple of long bombs, but that's what happens when you play the fastest team in the league, the most explosive offense. It's just the run defense. If the run defense is better, those explosive plays just don't happen, and that's what I think lost the game. I think that 49ers run D didn't step up, which is why they made the moves they made this offseason.
Raise your hand if you ever thought the Chiefs were out of it in that Super Bowl game.
Not me.
No, I'm talking to my guys here.
Yeah.
You thought they were out?
You thought they were out of it, Gary?
Yeah, I thought that game was over.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
No.
Really?
I didn't think they were coming back.
Out of the Super Bowl?
No. Guys, let me
in the third quarter.
But between
what do you got?
That's crazy. Between all the playoff games,
right?
That was the one with the closest score.
Austin, I was at that Ravens.
That was the best defense in the league.
Who they play the first? Who they played the first week? Titans.
No, they played Houston.
Houston, yeah. I was at that Houston game.
I bet they went down against
24.
Houston. I went down. I bet more money on them. I showed Gary. I bet. I was like, dude, the Chiefs coming back.
Right.
And he's like, what? Well, maybe. And I'm like, no, they're coming back.
Austin, that was the best defense in the whole entire National Football League. The best defense.
They were number one.
They were up. Yeah, the best defense. They were up 10.
I thought the Chiefs were. They won.
Yeah, well
see, the
Chiefs were going to win.
The reason why I never thought they were out of it because they were down. They were down 10, and I was like, we were down 21 against Houston, and literally we scored 24 points in like 6 minutes against Houston.
Awesome.
Like by the end of the first half, we were winning.
Outside of J.J. Watt, name a defensive player on Houston.
No, I hear you. And Bill O'Brien's their coach.
Hey, trash.
And we were. I hear you.
Hey, seven up. 7 up me one here.
We had a
All
whole.
right, hold on. I'm 53 years old, DJ. Just agree with everything I say.
When you say DJ, who are you talking to?
There's 2 of us here. You got to be more specific there.
I said
sound guy.
DJ 7.
Hey, can we
7
call
up.
Sound guy.
7 up. Okay, hold on. I'm 53 years
Sound
old.
guy.
I was born the first Super Bowl Chiefs ever played in. My mom thought she was going to have me on Super Bowl Sunday and was scared. Give me a yes on everything, man. I've gone through a lot. How many has San Francisco had?
Oh, San Francisco's got
5.
Listen, 5. Yeah, 5 out of 7.
Just say it's great.
Listen,
defense.
here's how I knew the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl. You got to remember, those 2 games in playoffs, the weather was terrible. They were freezing. And I always said, once they got to Miami in 70-degree weather, it was on. So I didn't think they had a chance.
What did you say this at?
Huh?
What did you say this at?
Steve, I always told you, listen, I was at those games. I told you, Steve, listen, the weather is going to help the Chiefs. Now they're faster. Like, y'all didn't play
for
nobody.
the record, I'd never heard you say that either. So I'm sorry, I never saw it on your Instagram, on your Facebook. I never saw it.
I will say this: that's like Gary being GC. Being faster because he got his hair cut and his beard cut, right?
Hey, I am.
I will say this: when we did the question, like, did you ever think they were out of it or whatever? I'm a homer. I'm a homer on the Chiefs to like a fault. Like we would do power rankings every week, and they were 7-4. I still had them at like number 3.
Who predicted?
You did, Jim.
I always thought they were going to win. I did. I mean, I thought this is one of the most complete teams I've ever seen. If the defense ever steps up, blah, 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 XYZ.
And it was a numbers thing.
And it was. Yeah, that's right. All your numbers.
Jim,
that's
right.
Yeah, I should have bet more money on that game.
So, Marcus, you were talking about fantasy, which you should not talk about fantasy football because I whoop you every time.
Well, listen. Here,
in multiple leagues.
Marcus is trash.
He's terrible.
Marcus thinks he's
Okay, listen. I don't want to talk about other leagues in fantasy. No one cares. But I feel like I'm probably one of the best persons here to talk about fantasy. Like I evaluate talent very, very well.
You're one of the best persons.
I think that would probably be a good show. We come in here.
Actually, it would be a good show.
It would be a great
because this would be
if we did this,
it would be fun.
Now listen, there'd be a lot of
Marcus would just be comic relief. He literally.
That's fine. That's a good show.
He's terrible. He was in the bottom half of our league the whole time.
Well, listen, I was up and I kind of felt.
Aren't you guys in the middle of a draft? Like,
the draft's over.
Are you guys all in a league together?
Yeah.
Hey DJ, will you host my?
Which DJ you talking to, sound guy?
Wait, hold on. Which you three of you guys are all in a league together, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Purdy's going to host my fantasy football show.
There you go.
Oh, I'm down.
Hey,
I want to be on there, man.
It's.
I'm not subscribing to that shit. No.
We could do a lot of clickbait. What do you want?
So the way everything's trending and going, we could do like the weekly. I think that the week like the fantasy football that's eventually that's going to go down,
right?
Because DraftKings and all that stuff, and then also just with sports gambling becoming more legal. So what you could do. Or what we could do a show.
Get some cheerleaders.
Wait, the cheerleader? What are you talking about?
We got to make it fun and exciting and crowd noise and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And like we mentioned earlier, 18 to 36-year-old males
yeah, we can do that.
love to look at women. So,
that's true. So
we have cheerleaders.
Wait, hold on. Gary,
I'm like, where is this path we're going down right now? What kind of show we having here?
Austin.
What?
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Oh, no, I said, and we talked about it earlier, but, the demographic of 18 to 36-year-old males, they like to look at women. So cheerleaders, that'll probably get
this
ratings.
is easy. Actually, problem solved. Piece of cake. We don't need to go. let's just
get a
let's
band.
just call.
We'll get a pep band.
No, not a band.
We'll get the drum. We'll get the Chiefs drum in here.
I'm sure the
No,
spouses would love that.
We'll just go grab. No,
Hey,
on a
guys,
serious
it just sounds like
note.
a Chiefs fantasy show. That's what it sounds like. A Chiefs
No. You're invited. We'll do. No, the whole league.
We'll get the horse.